Submission is putting your will under somebody else's will. It is recognizing that someone else is the authority and being willing to live under that authority.
Submission is about letting go of control. It's not losing, it's actually gaining a relationship with God. And we have to be willing and make a conscious decision in order to submit ourselves to God.
It allows us to establish a really transparent and vulnerable relationship with Him. And that type of intimacy is what helps us grow close to Him.
Submission might be foundational to prayer. Submission requires essentially the recognition of God's real authority, of God's real presence.
Putting complete trust in God. And so when you're praying, it just allows you to put your worries and your stresses and your anxieties to God so that He can take care of it, and that in learning that we don't have complete control.
We need to start with recognizing that God's will is best, that we're willing to put all our requests before the Lord, but since He knows best, we want His will. So we ask for His will to be done. And we even see this in the life of Jesus when He asks to be spared the cross, but then says, nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done.
Through Jesus' submission, He did set the tone for us. He was obedient to God, His Father, which served as a model for us to learn how to become more obedient every day.
Whether we are asking in petition or giving thanks, or whether we are being contrite, we are always recognizing His reality and His authority, and subordinating ourselves to it as opposed to rebelling against it.
Submission is hard though, because it has to do with putting ourselves last, putting ourselves second. It has to do with saying, well, this is what I really want, but I recognize it may not be best.
As you know, God never makes us do anything. So when we submit, He guides us. The steps of a good man are ordered by God. And sometimes those steps are in places we don't want to go.
He has a purpose and a plan for our lives, the good and the bad that happens in our lives. So there comes a point where you have to give over your will and submit to God's will.
One of the important features of submission, I think, in my walk with God is that submission includes a whole variety of responses to God, which contribute to contentment, contribute to peace.
A humble posture automatically realigns us and has us focus in a different direction to give time and energy and space to God.
My life walk looks different every day because I am a person who tends to carry things and try to figure it out by myself. Submitting lifts all that stuff out of my heart and allows that stuff to be replaced with who God is and how He wants to manifest in my life.
When I recognize that submission is the right way because God is wise, it can give me peace and give me more patience with myself and with others.